Hey everybody, this is Be Divine Online. I have a sale on at the moment, so if you are interested in readings or any of my services, it's 33% discount, which gets a discount comes at the checkout. So look forward to hearing from some of you. All right, what are we doing today? Unleash the wild within. We're understanding all aspects of ourself a little bit differently, okay? Something is coming into alignment in your life and it's going to cause you to be tough, okay? To be the she-wolf or he-wolf, whatever, and unleash this within you. Many of you don't understand how powerful you are because there has been so many different limitations in your life. And for some people, you are unable to really harness all of your strengths because of family or, you're worried about what people might think of you. But no more. There is a great unmasking happening. Many of us are going to see really, really deeply the truth of who we are. See, it's coming in the warmer weather. So the energy of bees, the energy of prosperity, the energy of generating, the energy of pollinating. There could also be with bees a connection with communication, and the internet can be connected with Gemini, connected with cross-posting. You could have an internet business here, and you really need to be yourself. If you do start an internet business, and say for example, you're doing this kind of work, always be unique to yourself, because if you don't, it won't work. You won't last. Everybody needs to be really unique to themselves. And although it's good to say, get ideas or garner ideas from somewhere else, make sure any kind of business you go into, you love, that you're unique, and that you're constantly creating and being inspired to create, okay? There is something creative here for you. It's unleashing within. You've got no choice. It's happening anyway. Maybe you need to write down some ideas here. What else do we have? Broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Sometimes it's just not worth it to try to get someone else to understand your point of view. People are going to be people. They're going to do what they want. Many people are, unfortunately, in an unhealed reality. So therefore, they will trigger off or disconnect or make excuses for their bad behavior. So ask yourself what is worth it to you, and really start to embrace that you're the one that's worth it, and that you've got to get to know yourself in a different way. Because if you don't like who you are, how do you expect other people to? You've got to understand that having always complaining, or if you've ever been around people that constantly complain, right? They want attention, and that's why they do it. Constantly though. But what happens is people see that as a weakness. They don't feel sorry for someone after the 50th time. It's like the boy who cried wolf. No one believed it after the 50th time, right? So, and unfortunately it was really a wolf, and, the whole town was in trouble. But if someone constantly says that they've got one thing after another and they can't do this and they can't do that, and they're making all of these excuses, it's a lost situation to you. You're going to be wasting your time and energy in that situation or trying to make it better. What I've noticed in my work is to just lead by example. I can only show you what I do to create and generate a beautiful life, and to be happy with myself, to have myself completely healed at my age, and continually healed, and to be in a position of having knowledge, right? You don't get there by complaining all the time that it's not happening. So if you have someone around you like this, you may need to reconsider that situation. Moon, take note of your intuitive messages. Now, we just had this eclipse. We're on the other side of this massive turning of events. But we are still in areas of our life where we have to decide what's going to bring me to my goals and what takes me away from it. Where do I feel enlightened? Where do I feel completely positive and happy and joyful? And when I'm with somebody else, do I feel that way? If you have a friend that you're concerned about or whatever, how do you feel in their presence? Because if you're drained out and annoyed, that's telling you how their energy affects you and who they are. So we're starting to understand. Look at this moon here. We're starting to understand as we move into a new moon cycle coming up soon, what needs to close off once and for all. And it doesn't have to be nasty at all, right? We just move away. Simple as that. Okay, last one with these cards. These are your angels and ancestors. Stargazers, see? Set your sights higher. Higher, okay? Set your energy and intention into a new direction. Something about astrology for you or astronomy. Maybe you love that, Maybe you love the constellations. Maybe you feel like you're a starseed or you've come from another planet. Maybe you feel like you just want to go home, right? Maybe you're just kind of getting tired of things here. There is a way in which you can really begin to ground yourself properly and accept your situation here because you're here for a reason. Maybe for some of you, you love having your own little world that you can go into. I think a lot of people are afraid of, what they do and who they are. What do I say when someone asks me? And what I do is I say I give people alternatives to regular treatments. I'm a spiritual therapist, I'm a training provider, I am intuitive, I guide with readings, but I'm not going to say all that to a complete stranger. So you need to start to accept yourself is the message that I'm getting here. And what will happen when you do that is all of those little worries and fears, as you strengthen, will fall away. See, all those worries and fears, all of those situations that need to come to a close, all of these, maybe you've been overworking, maybe you've been overdoing, maybe there's a lot of things that are outside of your control right now. Perhaps someone has been in hospital, perhaps there has been an illness, and, it's overwhelming. That's okay. Things are overwhelming, and then we get ourselves into really thinking about things differently. We create a new perspective for ourselves, and the way forward is ignited. See? We begin our new journey. You can't make this up with the cards. They're coming out how they're coming out. Again, people not understanding what you're doing, so what? So what? If the most successful people in the world stopped to worry about what everybody else thought, they'd never be successful because they'd be catering. So, here's the key. The key is you. You will attract towards you the right people, places, and circumstances if you see that as your reality. Open the key to all of your wisdom. Don't let people take your great ideas either. And don't worry if other people copy, whatever. It's one of the biggest forms of flattery. They're still never going to be you, right? People try to do that with me all of the time. The Eight of Cups, turn away from anything not in alignment anymore.